And as a young man, he was summoned to the wars. Spent his best years with blood on his hands.
Hey guys, it's HomoMoto. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm giving a lot of thought to moving, relocating, going somewhere else. It's not that I don't like Alabama, because I do. Most of my family is here. But I have noticed that states that are pretty much anti-gay are kind of no fun. I'm not even talking about, you know, the promiscuous type of fun. I'm talking about things to do, places to go. Where I live in Alabama, North Alabama, there's just not much to do. There's not many places to hang out. There's not a large gay population. I mean, there is, but everyone's stuck so far in the closet. You got to go through 13 years of retired clothes before you ever find them. That's just, I'm tired of being in a place where I have to be afraid to be me, or at the very least, there's just not crap to do. I've considered a couple different places, mainly places I've been on vacation, and a few places that I've lived. The first place is pretty high on my list is going back to Memphis. A lot of people tell me that, you know, hey, you should stay out of Memphis because it's predominantly black. And I mean, I don't care. That's, out of all the places I've lived, that has probably been my favorite. There's a lot to do there. There's a very active gay community there. There's nightclubs everywhere on Beale Street. It's just a very fun place to be. Downside to that, and the racial demographic is not the downside. I don't care. Downside is the crime. It seems like every time you go somewhere that has a lot of stuff to do and a pretty large gay population, there's a lot of crime. And Memphis is number one on both those lists. There's a lot to do, but there's, you know, at one point when I lived in Memphis, it was number one in the nation for violent crime. With the exception of carjackings, and at that same time frame, number two on my list had the highest level of carjackings at that time, and that was New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been to New Orleans 3 or 4 times on vacation and just to travel and whatever. And there's so much to do in New Orleans. There's a lot of culture in Memphis as well, like blues and whatnot. But man, you go to New Orleans, the jazz music, the culture, the people, the food. Oh my God, the food. There's just so much to do there. Yeah, there's a lot of gay bars, there's a lot of gay people, and there's a pretty good mix of demographic. I don't know what the racial ratio is there in New Orleans. I know it's pretty well mixed, and that's pretty nice. But there's so much to do. It's hard to be in New Orleans and not find something to do. The restaurants, the food. You know, I'm a big guy. Of course, I'm going to talk about food. But just everything in general. I really would love to live there. Now, there's 2 downsides to that. Number one is they do have a lot of crime. A lot of crime. New Orleans has one of the highest number of missing persons and unsolved homicides in the U.S. I mean, they're not the highest. They're, I think, number 7 or 8. That's still pretty bad. I don't know. It's still pretty high on my list. Maybe if I lived somewhere on the outskirts of New Orleans, might be, you know, cool. But that's definitely number 2 on my list. Number 3, let me think. I like Chattanooga, but I don't know if I'd call that number 3. Oh, back to New Orleans. Another downside of New Orleans is the mosquitoes. They are ridiculous, and the humidity. Okay, going back and forth. Let's go to Chattanooga. Chattanooga was fun, and they had a little bit of gay population. I don't know how much, because I actually went there on a blind date. and we hung out for hours and hours, rode like a water taxi and walked across this big bridge and had some amazing pizza. But I don't know, the guy was there to see. He was very self-absorbed, very stuck on himself, very, hey, we're going to go here, we're going to go do that because this is the best place to go. You know, it's the most expensive place to go and things. You know, come on. Back when I was making real decent money, even then, I don't really care about going to the most expensive places. So, Chattanooga, the people was nice, and there was a lot to do. There's the aquarium and stuff, but how many times can you go look at, you know, the aquarium? It's just so many times you can do that, and, you know, you kind of get burned out on it. Another place, Atlanta. I would absolutely love to move to Atlanta. There's a lot to do there. There's a very large gay population there. It's insane how many gay people live there. There's a lot of bikers there, which is a major plus. I love everything about Atlanta except for the expense to live there. You know, the temperatures are probably close to what we have here. The only thing I don't like about it, like I said, it's got a lot of crime and it's expensive, and it's just such a big city. When I went to the Atlanta Moto meet with Yummy and Chase last year, I was stuck in the same spot for, oh my God, I think it was in the same spot within like a 2-mile stretch for almost 2 hours. I don't want to have to go through that all the time. I have no idea where Do It with Dan and Chase and all these Atlanta people ride at and how they go around the traffic, but I'm just not down for traffic. So Atlanta's probably, although I'd love to live there, it's probably not gonna happen. Let me see, where would be next? I would love to live near the water. There's a couple places near the water I'd love to live. One is Mobile, Alabama. I could stay in my own state, go where there's more gay people, there's water, there's a military base. I mean, it's a lot to do there. The heat's high, the humidity's high, but the cost of living isn't much more than where I'm at now. There's a lot of things I'm currently doing now, like my emergency response, that I could still do in Mobile. And that's going to bump it real high up on the list because it's got just about everything I'm looking for without being just too much. I would still be within, you know, a couple hours from my family. I guess it's a 5-hour ride to Mobile from where I live in Athens, and that's not that bad. I may be leaning toward that. Plus, from Mobile, it's not but like an hour or so to Gulfport, Mississippi, and then another hour or two to New Orleans. And Gulfport was another place on my list, but that's only because one of my exes lives there. We're still pretty good friends. Hey Dylan, what's up? And he plays it up, talks it up a lot. He likes the place. There's a lot of gay people in Gulfport, but I don't think that's going to be high on my list because, you know, number one, my ex lives there. Number two, the cost of living's a little pricey, and I don't know anything about the city. I've never actually been there. I've been through there a couple times, but I've never actually been there. I don't want to go somewhere that I don't know anything about the place, and there's just absolutely no connection, no ties to the place. So, other than my ex, you know, and I don't ever see us ever getting back together. Ever. No, I just don't think I want to do anything on the West Coast at all. Except maybe Portland, but then again, the temperatures. Taking us to the West Coast is, you know, San Francisco, great place for gay people, real fun place, lots of stuff to do, lots of hilly roads. But California in general, their gun laws are, although I think a lot of gun laws need to be strengthened a little bit, the gun laws in California are ridiculous. I mean, getting a permit is almost impossible there. I could probably get one because I'm former law enforcement, but getting a permit there is damn near impossible. There's a lot of really cool motovloggers that live there. Kleb, BXD, Sub D, Vroom Vroom Sexy. There's just a lot of motovloggers. Bikelife, one of my favorites, probably my favorite motovlogger, lives there. But I just don't see anywhere in Cali happening. I've thought about it. I've got some friends that live in Los Angeles that, you know, we talk about possibly becoming roommates again, because they were my roommates in Memphis. But they're talking about moving, and I don't want to go to Los Angeles and live there for a minute and end up going back to Memphis anyway. And they're talking very seriously about going back to Memphis. So, in my mind, I'm thinking just go back to Memphis and wait for them to move, or stay where I'm at, wait for them to go back to Memphis, and then move back to Memphis. We've still got some other friends there, James, and there's probably 30 people I still talk to. Sandra, hey, what's up, girl? I know you watch my videos. You know, so Memphis is being even more so number one on my list, especially if Wayne and Brooks move back there. You know, I'll have Sandra, Wayne, Brooks, James, man, a lot of people I used to hang with. A lot of my old haunts are still there. I wish Willie Harrington was still the mayor. He was awesome. I can't think of anywhere else I'd really want to live. My dad lives in Oklahoma, right on the Texas border. It's just too hot. Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas are real gay friendly, but again, it's too hot, and I don't want to be in Texas. Virginia. My sister had talked about her husband, my brother-in-law, maybe accepting a job in Virginia. If he doesn't, I'm probably going to move, but if he does, I'm definitely going with him to Virginia. You know, I'll still get my own little place, but I would love to live in Virginia. There's a lot to do there. It's got a pretty good gay population, very gay friendly. It's gun friendly, which is a big thing for me. So Virginia is real high on my list, but only if, like, my sister and brother-in-law move there, because I don't know anyone there, and I don't know anything about the place, and I don't want to move to a strange place I've never, ever, ever been. Like, I've been in New Orleans several times. I don't know, Virginia seems like it would be the most ideal place if my family moves there. If not, Memphis. So, don't be surprised if you guys see the little HomoMoto Alabama thing completely go away. I don't know if you've noticed, but in my outro, there used to be a little HomoMoto Athens, Alabama flag, rainbow flag with a motorcycle that said Athens, Alabama. That's been gone for a minute. When I revamped my logo, again, thanks Bikelife for helping me out with that, I took that out of my outro. The reason I took that out of my outro is because I was thinking even back then that I want out of the state, unless I go to Mobile. But regardless, I'm not staying in Athens. You know, Athens is just very Bible Belty. I just don't want to be there anymore. So, if I move out of the state, I will most likely retire from emergency services altogether, unless I go to Memphis and I'm back around the Galloway-Popperton area. I don't know, maybe I'll continue doing it, but I doubt it. I think I'm ready to retire from this altogether. I'm getting old. I need to enjoy my life and stop doing dangerous crap. So, you guys tell me what you think. If you guys live in an awesome city that you think I might love it there, and it's got to be gay friendly, gun friendly, and a lot of crap to do, hit your boy up and let me know. I would love to read your comments and, you know, find out, hey, do I want to go here? Do I want to go there? But I don't want to stay here. That's all for this one. I love y'all, and roll tide.
I was a storm, and I passed right over you, and I tried to eclipse the sun in the hopes that you love the tumble that's betraying your face, and the sky broken by light.